What is up, guys? I am They Coming, and welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to be discussing some balance changes that just got released. We do not have a document to view. And by the way, here I am. What's up, what's up, what's up? Camera's on. First things first, if you're watching the VOD, the first part of this live stream today will be me kind of going over the balance changes that just got released in the form of a couple super creator videos. We're actually going to spot check through one of Stormy's videos, so I have to give full credit to him for producing the video that we're going to sort of be browsing through to find stats and the different information about the new content that is, or not the new content, but just the balance changes, because there's some pretty significant changes that are coming tomorrow when the update drops. At the same time, we're also getting the Sonic event. So there's a lot that's going to happen tomorrow that is going to change the game. It's going to be brand new. And anyways, here we go. I'm going to hop on over to this screen right here. What we have got, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in here, hit the full screen real quick. And here is the video. Okay, so we're going to come back here. And we're going to be spot checking some of the major talking points that Stormy brings up in his video. Again, I would ask you guys, if you haven't watched his video, to definitely go to his channel, give him a view, give him a like, and subscribe to his channel. Without this video, we would not have this information right now. They have not posted this on official forums in document format, which is what I was hoping to share with you today. But I'm going to give you my first impressions. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. What we have got is RK taking a nerf, and we also have Archer Queen and Barbarian getting a buff. Barbarian King, I think, is already extraordinarily strong, and I also think that Queen was probably in an okay spot, particularly because of some other things that happen in these balance changes. Like this, or excuse me, this right here. The Trader Potion is getting a massive nerf, absolutely massive nerf. It's going to change the way that the game is played at a high level. I almost don't think that Archer Queen should have been buffed, and I really don't think that BK should have been buffed to the extent that he was. But let's go ahead and talk about what those buffs are. We're going to move to the first thing here. Mortis is receiving a nerf. His turbo speed is being decreased from 100% to 75%. I know this is probably going to irritate a lot of the pro Mortis players that are high on ladder, but it is what it is. I think that in order to make Sonic stand out as the speedster hero, this is probably something that I can agree with, at least in concept, although I think it definitely hurts Mortis. I'm going to crack my Coca-Cola because I realize my voice is already feeling a little scratchy. I just took a shower before this. So this Mortis nerf, what's up, G Yella? Yeah. I will get into into responding to some of the chat in just a moment, but I feel like this was probably necessary just to make the game feel a little bit better. The bat heal 50 to 30%. I don't think this was necessary. I think that Mortis, if you decreasing that turbo a little bit probably was a good thematic change, but the bat healing reduced from 50% to 30% is probably going to make Mortis feel pretty bad to play now. Also, but to go along with the self-heal reduction, the bat DPS has been increased by 50%, and the bat health rather is being increased by 25%. So you can see those stats there on the screen. Anyone check on Ghost? No, I have not checked on Ghost, Jilla. That's a really good question. So there is a bit of a trade-off here. I don't know that Mortis players are going to like being Mortis. Monster Charge Bat Summoned also reduced from 5 to 3. Power level 4. Maximum Bats reduced from 7 to 5. I feel like this kind of buries Mortis, if I'm being honest. When you look at the strength of the other heroes right now, especially considering some of the other buffs and nerfs that we'll get into, I think Mortis is probably going to have a bad day when the update drops tomorrow. Moving on. Here is the Archer Queen. She has a base speed increase of 20%. I cannot make sense of this. She's a ranged hero, and now she's going to naturally walk faster. Other heroes that aren't ranged are not seeing this same increase, particularly Royale King. And I know that a lot of people have been calling for Royale King to be nerfed into the ground. I think that some nerfs were definitely warranted. But yeah, I just can't see why this is a thing. She's already speedy. A lot of top level Queen players are already playing Max and Leon, and so she's just going to be able to run up on people early game, burst them down, and just if she wants to stick on you, she's going to stick on you. And if she wants to run away, she can run away. I feel like this was completely unnecessary. I do not like this change for Queen. I think it's going to make her brokenly strong. This also, the snipe damage being increased. I know they took away the one-shot bug, but they've increased her snipe damage to 1725. That's a big number. That's a big number, guys. Yeah. Also, don't quite understand that. And then we're going to go here. Snipe split shot damage reduced by 5%. This is sort of a whatever change. I can't say that I ever noticed the split damage being significant. So taking away 45 damage is kind of like a whatever thing. I feel like this is sort of like a consolation nerf for those that don't like playing against Queen or think that she's busted. I don't think this change changes anything for Queen. I think the other two changes make a big difference. Over here, the base attack DPS has also been increased. So not only have they increased her X snipe, they've increased her basic attack DPS by 40. That's a 5% increase. Wow, Queen is seeing a massive buff here. Moving on to the King. So that was all for the Queen there. King, his base speed is being increased by 10%. I think this is necessary. As someone that doesn't play a lot of King myself, but has a low-level King, actually level 0 King right now, that's the one thing that I can say just never felt good about playing King. The base speed increase is probably there to make him feel a little bit more just viable in the early game. Especially because the Queen is receiving a 20% speed increase. It feels a little bit crazy. So yeah, I think this is probably good for the King. Next up, super attack damage is being increased by 20%, up to 600 damage. His Mega Punch damage is being increased by 5%. King is seeing multiple buffs here, and that's it for the King. The King got nothing but buffs. The Queen basically got nothing but buffs. The one nerf to the split shot is negligible. I think both Queen and King are massive winners in this balance patch. Then we get on to the RK. And thank you, Stormy, once again. I didn't mean to show that awful still. Then we get on to the RK. Health is being increased or decreased by 5%. Royal Recruit health is being increased by 9%. Elite Recruit health is being decreased by 6%. The way I see this is that they've adjusted these numbers so that a certain number of Queen shots are going to kill him versus, like if you get 3 shot by a Queen, it is going to at least kill a Royal Recruit and do a little bit more. Royal Recruit health being decreased. Yeah, this is kind of a feels bad man kind of thing. The type of nerf that I was hoping to see with him was limiting the number of elite recruits that he gets when you open boxes. But we can see that that's not going to happen. He's just taking a health decrease. Everything is a health decrease for him. Moving on, so that's all the nerfs for the Royale King. It definitely feels like, at least so far, the Royale King is being buried along with Mortis by the buffs that are happening to the Queen and the King. What's up, GL in the chat? I'll go and catch up with chat real quick. GL says, at least Mortis players can switch to Sonic for free. Johnny's here. What's up, dude? How's it going? Here we go. We got old and new for the tank. Tank shots, pushback, reduced. I don't quite know how this is going to manifest. He doesn't really show the pushback effect in action, but what he does show is the summon tank will now try harder to stay with the squad. I think this is also a massive nerf to Mortis. If they've taken him down a notch with his speed, taken him down a notch with those stats, not throwing the tank anymore and the tank no longer being invulnerable, I think is going to be it is a massive nerf to Mortis. I think Mortis is actually in the grave at this moment, whereas Royale King is not far behind that. But I do think that it was a necessary change. A unit should never be invulnerable. Like, that just seems totally ridiculous to me that it ever was invulnerable. But also, I think the one thing that I always disagreed with Tank was that Tank's a squatty and a summon unit. So if Mortis is throwing his summon units and your squatty is inside of the summoned unit, it was throwing the tank. And that was sort of the weird kind of dual status that the tank had. So yeah, I agree that the tank should not be immortal. I do agree that probably that for Mortis, he shouldn't be throwing an invulnerable unit. Moving on, we've got the potion, nerf, and buff. Initially, when the potion released, you were seeing a massive bit of damage reduction, in addition to movement speed, in addition to attack speed, when you picked up the potion. Now, they have removed the damage reduction, which was something like 60%, and they're increasing the duration from 5 to 8 seconds. I think this is probably good for the game. However, when you consider the buffs to the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen, it's going to make it very difficult to survive the burst damage that both of those heroes put out if you're playing another hero. I mean, and just for that matter, the person that gets the jump on you is going to win. Like, whoever gets that first hit, knocks 2 or 3 units, is going to win the fight. You don't have anything that you can quickly spawn to mitigate some damage and fight back. You would have to spawn a potion just to run away. Because once you're down units, you're not reducing damage. They're going to have more DPS than you. The balance in a fight, the balance of that interaction will quickly shift in favor of the person who has the first strike. So potion being nerfed that hard, I think, is a massive indirect buff for the King and the Archer Queen. King is going to be woken. To sort of echo what Giella has said over in the YouTube chat here. King is going to be broken when you don't have a potion to protect yourself with anymore. So potion got a massive nerf. May influence people not to run as much Trader anymore, which could open up some more interesting starts. Let's go ahead and move down here. Potion movement speed is also increased. So not only does potion last longer, you do get a larger movement speed increase when you do activate that potion. So very good. Moving on here. Let's see. The Fireball. Fireball is getting a big nerf, and this is so needed. It's so needed. It's so needed. If there's one thing that sort of balances out what a lot of queens want to do right now, they want to Fireball, X-Snipe, running, blazing light you, and in the early game, they can easily take your entire squad, and then you have a naked hero, and they just walk you down. Having a Fireball that's a little bit more difficult to hit because it has a longer flight time gives you the opportunity to dodge it. I think that's the only thing in this balance patch that sort of helps to keep the queen from being completely busted, although I do think the queen is about to be very, very, very busted. Soul Server says, I hate the update. They dug a grave for Mortis. So much for the pun. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, the damage reduction and also the flight time increased by 20%. I think it's going to cause people to move away from the Fireball in favor of other spells. I can agree with that overall. Here we go. They've also In addition to sort of nerfing the wizard's spell, the fireball, they've given him, the squatty, an increase in DPS. I think this is nice. Wizard his passive is really, really good, granting you a bunch of cooldown reduction for all of your abilities, including your hero power. So I can see that Wizard is probably going to see a large uptick in usage rate, even though I have been using him a lot lately. He's been on my line for the last several days in favor of other troops. Here we go right here. Bee's Frenzy is seeing a nerf. Also, the circling bees from Bee are seeing a nerf. So Bee in general, the squatty is going to be nerfed significantly here. I think this is necessary in low elo. I think it's one of the easiest ways to kind of just spam your opponent and just like no skill kill somebody. If you can run in on them and then you just stay on them, the bees can really melt down squads by themselves. It doesn't really require you to do much else other than pop abilities and kind of walk. So I do agree with this nerf. I think Bee was a little bit overpowered. It's also going to help out duos a little bit, because in duos, when two people have the circling bees, it's a ton of damage. Like, it is a ton of damage. So moving on, what do we got? We have got the battle healer. I think this is cool. Extra health at super form is going to be increased to 1700. And of course, on the release tomorrow, we're also getting the ultimate form, which should grant you, I believe it's supposed to be 2100 extra base health. So that's cool. I'm totally down with that. I think battle healer is going to give people a little bit more resistive tech against some of the burst. I'm definitely going to have battle healer on my squad. And yeah. Moving on, we have the heavy. Heavy is seeing a massive buff, and I mean a massive buff. Level 1 trait health increased from 300 to 500 HP. That's the health shield that he gives all of your hot shots when you spawn him in. Level 3 trait health increase from 600 to 1,000. So this is a 60% buff across all levels. I think heavy is going to be a unit that gets picked a lot more, even sort of off class. So even if you're not running an archer queen, that would be giving the heavy a further sort of synergy boost there. I think heavy could be played with other classes, and he'd be very, very good. I think extra health shields are going to be essential in this update. And anything that you can do to get your hands on some extra health shields is going to help you survive, particularly king hits. BK with heavy and primo, imagine. Yeah, Giella, I think you're right. Speaking of primo, that's coming later in this balance patch here. What do we got here? Oh yeah, this is the heavy ability. I'm not gonna play the video itself, but just know that the projectile damage and the projectile amount is increasing, and when you hit this, it looks like a true spray. So this is why I have to tell you, go watch Stormy's video. I'm going to be linking that in the description of the stream when the stream ends, just to give him credit. You guys need to watch his video as he talks about it some more. I think this could actually be viable. He thinks the same. And I would even venture to say that this could probably be a viable alternative to, say, Fireball. Right? If you're spraying someone that's right in your face, the damage is immediate, as opposed to a big delay with a bunch of hang time on that Fireball. I know there is the knockback with the Fireball, there is the burn, but this could be great for burst damage. So yeah. Soul Silver says he watched Stormy and Class both. Yeah, man. Dude, they didn't touch Chicken Feet. I was hoping for a slight nerf to Feet and Medic combo, but nothing. Bro, I feel like Chicken Feet might not be the play anymore, given how some of these spells are being changed. But we'll see. Royale King is, I think, certainly going to be less comfortable to play. I have a feeling I'll end up switching. Moving on, you can see the firing speed for this is doubled. And you can see just in the graphic right here, look at the spray from this. And the hit slow duration has been increased to 2 seconds. That's actually significant, man. Like, when you talk about wanting to stick to someone, if you're hitting this spray on them, you're going to be doing much more damage. You're going to be slowing them for twice as long. I think this spell has seen a massive buff. So yeah. The heavy ability is going to be much better than it was. Next up, giant cannon. I think this is sort of insignificant. Giant turret shots, flight speed is doubled, so it's going to fire. Basically, the projectile is going to reach the target twice as fast. Giant turret slows, now slow their target by 20%. That's kind of significant, but I also can't see this being played in Squad League. I can see it being played, for example, in scrims or in full 10-man lobbies when you're trying to sort of like establish an area for yourself. If you happen to get a Jesse, you can sort of play a more protected position with this turret. So yeah, I'm not like blown away by this change, but it's definitely a buff. Definitely a buff. Let's see. What's the next one? Burst shot cooldown is reduced from 6 to 4. I can see this being used in conjunction with the Barbarian King. Big time. Yeah. BK will be discussing to play against, says Phantoms. Yes, I totally agree with you. Welcome to the stream, Phantom Ass. Appreciate you being here, buddy. And Soul Silver says, yeah, TC, but you see from the existing set of spells, only feat survived to be viable. They nerfed Blazing Light as well. Yeah, I don't even know that the Blazing Light nerf is going to be that significant. So yeah. But we're all going to be running Sonic anyway, so don't be too angry. Yeah, that's a really good point. Like you have to keep in mind that when these balance changes happen, everyone's going to be grinding Sonic. So I have a feeling that Squad League is going to see a little bit less play. Where the casual game modes are probably going to be more full. And everyone's going to be wanting to play Sonic and get used to him and enjoy him. So we might not notice so much of the awful spam from like the high-level Barbarian Kings, high-level Archer Queens. And plus, Sonic can run away. If you need to run away, Sonic might actually be a counter to the King when you think about it. If you pop his ability right as you get slapped by the King, you have a massive health shield. And at least your hero doesn't die. You can run away if you need to, reposition yourself. So that's interesting. But yeah, burst shot cooldown reduced. I think that's pretty cool. Burst shot was honestly to me felt kind of underwhelming, if I'm being honest. Here we go over here. Scatter laser bounces count from 2 to 3 plus 50%. I think this is pretty massive. I actually in duos and casual modes, when I'm playing with Dig-Dag, I have used the scatter shot laser, or the I think it's called scatter. Is it scatter shot laser? Yeah. And what I have to say is it does a lot of damage. So having another bounce is actually this could be another busted like burst damage spell that is going to help to replace sort of the usage rates for the fireball. So yeah. Moving on. What we got next? Level 3 treasure now contains a key. Okay, so this is for Penny. This is a nice little change. Guaranteeing a key basically means that once you pull Penny, you're guaranteed to open another chest if you go find that treasure. So I can see Penny potentially being a nice unit to now pick for the RK, although there's some utility units like rares that might be a little bit better for the RK. We'll have to see how it pans out. I think when you end up in random modes, if you end up with a Penny on your line, I think this could be nice. I think it could be really nice. What's up, David Lucas? Welcome back. You're Ugga, right? Welcome back, buddy. Jella says, I think they're adding the rings to all modes. Yes, they're adding rings to all modes. So playing in duo might be advantageous if you have a good team. We'll have to see how many rings drop in each mode. Yeah, exactly. For the Sonic event. Mavis got 100% buff in terms of resources. That's insane, bro. We're going to keep pushing through here. So there's Penny. Also, treasure now guarantees 5 coins. Whatever there. I think the key is more significant. The witch spell got a buff. Now you can store up to 2 charges. That's cool. So if you need to, you can toss 2 barrels down, have a lot of extra weird stuff on the field to distract or chew up things. I think that's a massive buff. I don't really play the witch spell, but you know who does? Dig-Dag. Dig-Dag may pull out his witch spell all over again. See, power core damage on Poco's ability. increased from 225 to 250, 12% buff. This is totally underwhelming. I don't think this is going to change anything. Moving on. Massive, and I mean massive buff for El Primo. He now has 3,000 health. They've given him 600 extra hit points. I think Primo is definitely going to see some play. And especially because he's a fighter, I think you'll probably see more Kings running Primo. He has a similar self heal like Shelly does when he gets after you use a power. That's pretty nuts. I think Primo is going to be like Juggernaut status now. So watch out for Primos on ladder. They're going to hit a lot harder, or just stay alive a lot longer. They're going to be a lot more annoying to deal with for sure. They destroyed Mortis. He's my main and still fun to play with, though. Yeah, exactly, Vegas. Like, I totally agree with you, man. I think Mortis definitely got shafted. Did anyone see Ghost rage about Mortis nerf? I haven't seen him rage yet, but I have a feeling that he's going to pop in maybe in my stream or another and let everyone know what he thinks. And I can't say I disagree with him. I think the nerfs to Mortis were heavy-handed, and they were listening too much, perhaps, to the casual or low-level players in the community instead of looking at really what top rank play was. And when that's the case, in my mind, what that means for balance is that the power scaling of a hero needs to be more smooth from power 1 to power 5. If people are struggling to play against Mortis at low level, nerf his lower levels, but leave his power up at the top, right? Barbarian King was probably the worst off hero in the sense that until you hit power 5, he was just a wet noodle, right? People could manhandle him with every other hero. Instead, now they've buffed him in a bunch of different ways. They've taken away the Trader Potion. Now Barbarian King is set to look like a menace tomorrow when this update drops. So yeah. Let's see. Let's go here. They've also increased the DPS on Primo by 33%. He's hitting harder. Amazing for him. Self-heal increased from 30 to 40% at level 3. Yeah, so they've been giving him 10% larger of a self-heal. Primo is actually going to see a lot of play. And I think a big theme for these balance changes so far that you have to realize is that while taking away the damage reduction of the Trader Potion, they've given units more HP. They've given a lot of units more HP. They made the Battle Healer overshield stronger. They've made Primo's self-heal stronger. They've made Primo have more HP. So I think that they're trying to rebalance things so that if they're not going to have the damage reduction on that Trader, well, the squaddies themselves should be a little more tanky. I don't know that it's going to matter that much in the grand scheme of things when you still have a very strong Leon passive. You still have the Trader Potion that's going to have increased attack speed. You know, it's just hard to say if that's really going to be helping all classes the same, all heroes the same. I think Barbarian King is probably the biggest winner in addition to the Archer Queen. And I've said that multiple times so far. What do we got here? We got Bo, level 1 damage on his mines. Damage increased to from 100% to 120. Level 3 damage increased from 135 to 150. Now, this doesn't mean anything to me because I already have an ultimate bow. And that isn't his mines, right? That's his actual in hand. So they're leaving it looks like they've left the scaling the same for ultimate bow, but they've made level 1 bow and level 3 bow more viable. So it doesn't affect me, but lower level players, yes. That's cool. I think bow's a cool unit. And yeah. Let's see. Mahone, Ghost's YouTube channel. Where do you see him? Where did you see him rage? What? Ghost has a Twitch channel, yeah. So anyways, let's keep going here. Mine duration, 12 to 30 seconds. That's actually massive. When you think about it, you can get a bunch of mines out and just like carpet an area And the mine cooldowns are pretty short. If you have a wizard in your squad and you're using mines, I can imagine in twos, or not twos, but full 10-man lobbies, if you're trying to really protect yourself, you can really lay a ton of traps that can really mess somebody up. So I like this. I never liked the fact that you put a bow mine down, no one would come anywhere near it, and the mine would just expire and end up doing nothing. I think that this is probably going to make the spell a lot more attractive to people. That's cool. I'm definitely down for this change. It's not going to be OP broken, but it definitely will give people more of an incentive to try it out. Stepping on a mine now stuns for a short duration. That is cool. So bow mines might actually be amazing now. I can see this change in particular being pretty good for twos. Like if you're stunning, if it's going to last longer, you can not only set mines out in an area to kind of like protect yourself. If you need to run away from someone, you can run over your own mines so that part of their squad gets stunned or the hero gets stunned when they try to chase you, and then lay more down as they continue to chase you. I think this is actually pretty cool. Love it there. And there's one more change. Mine damage increased. Jeez, Bo saw so many buffs. Bo saw so many freaking buffs. That's actually ridiculous. So that's feeling good. That's feeling really good. All right, free spell duration, 3.2 to 4 seconds. Cool. Level 4 free spell duration increased. 40% to 50%. Spell duration increase. Is that maybe he means slow effect? Instead of 40%, it's a 50% slow instead of a 40% slow. I feel like maybe this is a typo here, but I'm not sure. We'll move on. Bullet storm damage on Cult, and that's a Cult ability, has been increased from 200 to 230 by 15%. Cool. That's another buff for the Queen because Cult is quite strong with Queen. And of course, when you pair the newly buffed Heavy with the Cult, I think it's going to make it, that combo is probably going to be extremely strong right now. All right. We're talking about Bug Spray. Oh boy. I was asking for this buff here. The poster is better, TC. We see you better. It's great. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Like when I see this here, now stuns more frequently, duration 3.5 to 4.5 seconds, 30%. I like this. The only thing that I was really wanting with this personally was that maybe it was the radius was larger, but seeing that it stuns more frequently and it lasts longer, I can also get on board with that. If someone's going to all in you, right, and you pop that, it's 4.5 seconds. If someone has decided to sit on your face, they're going to be, most of their squad is going to be stunned, and you can basically sit there, take it, and turn around. I can see possibly this being a counter to Barbarian King. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to try new things and try to survive against Barbarian King. This could be an option, a survival spell. Survive the initial King Burst, pop that Bug Spray, and either reposition or turn on him in that moment. And yeah, because he's stunning, it stuns for a duration of 4.5 seconds. That means that you can potentially cause the King Rage that he gets on his level 5 fist to completely expire before he deals any extra damage beyond that point. But you have to hit the Bug Spray like right away. You cannot delay on that. I like the new setup, bigger cam. Dude, it's really the same cam. I just crop it differently so that I can fit it onto my overlay for like when I actually play the game. Let's see, what else do we got? We're coming down to the end of these changes here. Coins from carrots are increased from 2 to 3. That's a 50% increase per carrot. So instead of getting 8 on this patch, you would be getting 12. That's massive. I think that means that Mavis is going to be closer to what Greg can do. But as we're going to see, Mavis picks carrots slightly faster. Very nice. I definitely like that change for Mavis. Next up, we have Coins from chopping trees with Greg increase from 8 to 10. Gems from chopping trees increase from 2 to 3. So it looks like Mavis is still going to be a better gem farmer, but Greg should be a more efficient. No. Does that mean Mavis is going to potentially be better than Greg now? What's up, Soul Surfer? How's it going, buddy? Spike looks strong with his thorns and grenades, leaves a trail of thorns if you follow. Yes, I totally agree with that. We just talked about that one for sure. I actually really like that change for him. David says, I need Spike. He's so cute. That's what's up, man. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Does that mean Greg is better or is Mavis better now? I don't know. New meta will be stun plus tail ability. What are you talking about? Stun plus tails? Oh, the new squatty ability? Where I updated my YouTube name from QW to my game name. That's what's up, dude. Okay, that's what's up. Love it, love it. The laser. Oh, stun plus laser. Laser is Bewoken. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not sure. Something tells me Mavis is stronger now than Greg. If a tree now gives you 10 coins, but we look at a patch of 4 carrots, and Mavis picks the whole patch, it gives you 12 coins. Mavis is better than Greg now, right? That's interesting. That's interesting. And she gives more gems. Because she's giving a certain number of gems per carrot patch. Instead of Greg gets 3 gems from chopping 1 tree. Ultra Mavis shouldn't be better than Ultimate Greg. You know, I totally agree with that, Giella. Like, if Greg's got an Ultimate form and Mavis is a better supplier, like, objectively, based on the numbers, that's interesting. I guess the one thing to consider about Mavis is before you have her mega'd out, she can't one-tap the patches. So if you walk up to a large patch, you may have to sit on it for a second. So honestly, whenever I end up running Mavis in like a random pick mode, what I end up doing with that is the Mavis will more or less function as just an extra unit until she's mega'd out. Like, I will try to get at least a couple, like 2 or 3 other mega units, and then go for the Mavis and try to get the Mavis all the way up before I even try to pick carrot patches. I don't like sitting there picking 1 carrot at a time. I want to walk up and either 1 or 2 tap a carrot patch, because you have to 2 tap a carrot patch that has 8, whereas you can 1 tap a 4 patch or a 6 patch. So I don't know. Very interesting there. I don't know that I like that Mavis got buffed so significantly to the point where she's better than an ultimate unit. I feel like Greg deserved a larger buff if they're going to make Mavis that much stronger than him. But there is the time factor. All right, guys, I think that was all. Those are all the changes. Again, credit to Stormy for posting this video earlier today. I would have preferred to show you guys a document, but since we didn't have anything else to look at, be sure to go onto his channel and find this video and give him a view, give him a like. I'm sure you guys are already subscribed over there anyway. Stormy's a fantastic creator, excellent super creator. Hope to join him someday on that super creator team. But yeah, let's go ahead and come over to our gameplay. I'm going to reload my game, and we'll get into some of the games and just kind of keep the floor open for discussion about these balance changes. I think it's interesting. I think it's really interesting what they've done with the game. I don't approve, personally, of the massive buffs to the queen or necessarily the king. I think that they really probably more. I think I would have been more on board with changes to the king that affected his low-level scaling while toning down his upper-level scaling. But instead, they've just buffed both of these characters across the board, and this slight nerf to the queen split shot is completely negligible. They could have left it alone; no one would have known. But it's almost like they threw that in there just to be like, okay, the queen, we did nerf her a little bit. That's what that feels like. So anyways, guys, army that I'm running today. Check this out. You guys are probably wondering, TC, that's not what you ran yesterday. You're right. I had a couple viewers coming into my stream, and more than one person said, you should run tank on the lead. So you know what I did? I put tank on the lead. So now we're going to change this to match what I've got. So we've got our starter unit left is now going to be the tank. I got to say, this morning I ran several matches. The reason for tank on the lead as opposed to the Leon is so you can survive and fight back against some of the Archer Queen spam. It does make you a little slower in the early game, so you have to be a little bit more intentional about making sure you do get to your Leon and your Max. And if you can get the early pull, take the early pulls. Get those early, weave them in early because you want to get your movement speed up. The other thing I will say about running tank on the lead is oftentimes I'm not going for my third common. I'm getting my Poco and my Trader, and I'm trying to skip my third common entirely and just go for all my rares. The rares that I have, check this out, are Dynamite, Frank, and Wizard. So I figured out now I can get my Frank back onto the lineup. And I gotta say, if you can make it to the late game and you have a massive squad, having that Frank against people that don't have a Frank because they've, only got 4 rares on their full lineup feels pretty dang good. It feels pretty dang good. So keep that in mind. That's what we're doing there. In the back, we do have both of our Speedsters and Optimus Prime. Right now, we're not running the Battle Healer. Tomorrow, that is going to change for sure. So taking off Battle Healer. Taking off Battle Healer for the moment. And we're going to put back the, the Leon. And just remember, if you are offered an early Max or a Leon, they are must picks. I haven't seen 7 pins all day. Mom may have taken his phone away. Says, yeah. So anyways, this has been a fun one so far. Let's go ahead and play some of the first matches. You guys can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and I do have Greg now because I'm not trying to dominate the center as much. Dominating center without having some extra movement speed can be kind of risky. I'm sort of gauging the lobby a little bit more. I'm not playing to dominate those neutral objectives so much. So yeah. I saw Druder earlier, 1 more second, and I had that punk. Yeah, dude, I ended up knocking out Druder a couple times this morning. But Druder's playing fair. He's just playing that assassin queen. All right, here we go. Let's do it. First game. So we spent a good 45 minutes talking about stuff. Now we're into the gameplay. I got to make sure to make that note on in the comment section. If you'd like to skip my thoughts about the balance shot changes, skip to 45. Okay. It's a long chat, though. Come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Stash that way. Oh, rip me. Cool. Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Come up this way. Trader time. Oh man, I'm trolling right now. Run. Run. Poco. I just saw a heavy. That's not supposed to be there. Are we in casual right now? We're in casual. Man, first match we get trolled. Tossed into a casual game. Oh, I can't stand these sometimes. It's not what I wanted, man. I just wanted to play Squad League game. Luckily, we have a trader in our random 9. Took one. We'll take it. Cool. Got somebody else. I think people are farming these golems right now. We're not doing that too well ourselves. Toss here. Threaten. Cool, we'll stick around for that. Turn around. Cool. Got that. That's whatever. I don't think that's what you wanted to do, brother. Run away. Come on back. Potion number 1. Get him. Brother, are you trolling? Die. Okay. Heavy. Colonel. Deleted. GG's, right? Okay, we gotta make sure we're in the right queue this time. Also, I'm gonna get my music going. All right. Poor guy, Mortis nerf. Oh yeah, dude. Mortis is gonna be getting it bad. It's so sad, man. So sad. I can't believe they did him that dirty. They took away so much from him. Let's all like and subscribe on this video. Yeah, dude. Hit that like and subscribe. Hey, I haven't been here for a while. What's up, Pyotrex? Welcome back, buddy. Welcome to the stream again. Good to see you. All right, we're going to make sure we're actually in a squad league queue this time. I'm so not sad for Mortis. Oh, dude, I'm totally sad for Mortis. I've never had, like, massive problems playing it against a Mortis. Most times that I've been having problems versus a Mortis are when they, like, run into my spawn. That's it. Like, mid game, late game, Mortis is not really scratching me when I'm on RK. Let's go. Turn this down. It's a little loud for my taste. Go! RK still best? No, do not think so. I think RK got nerfed, man. I think the potion nerf indirectly made King an absolute beast, but we'll have to see how it manifests tomorrow. I think that RK not having any damage reduction, the BK is going to punch him in the face, and really any hero for that matter. If BK punches you in the face, you're going to die. I think Frank is going to be like a must-have. I think Bug Spray may also be one way to counter the King. So you might see me run Bug Spray tomorrow. I just hate the idea of having to run like a defensive or reflexive spell rather than something that I can attack with, you know? Cool. Move on in. I don't know that I wanted that, Greg. But now that we're on the path, we're gonna take it.
7 players remaining. 6 players remaining.
Okay. Mikey. Mikey.
5 players remaining. 4 players remaining. Dynamite. Mega.
Where are we?
2 minutes.
That's wild. Can I get out of the spikes? Luckily, the spikes disrupted both him and me. That's cool. Attack it, go. I take that. Doot doot. Doot 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 doot. Take it. Sneak it out. Nice. We got lucky with that. This is aggressive play here.
30 seconds left.
I saw that king coming though. Didn't want to give it for free. We didn't get it. Almost though.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Okay, close one there. Close one there. We almost lost the second spot. How close was it? Oh, very close. Very close. I hear the Squad Busters jingle almost everywhere I go. I bet you do, Giella. I bet you do. Music in this game sucks. Too laid back, you say? Yeah. Even I turn off the music, just game sounds. Do you guys hear the game music or not? Because I can barely hear it in my ears, but I know that you guys are probably hearing a different volume yourself. I have my own tunes. I have my own Spotify music in my ears right now. But for copyright reasons, I can't broadcast it, so yeah. That was a close one. Aim got taken out. Aim on that BK is dangerous. You can barely, if you're using earbuds. Okay, so I should probably just turn the game music all the way down then. I like to play it as like an intro for the stream, like when I'm have my stream starting soon thing up. Will you rush Sonic the first day? I already know, just to give you some heads up, that I won't be streaming right at my normal time tomorrow. I'm actually going across town to help my family. My mother needs some help at her work, so I'm gonna go help her with like a small project that she's doing at work, and I'll be there in the morning time. I'll be done by like 1, meaning I have to get back to my car, meaning I would then probably be here, I'm guessing around 3, maybe I could be back here by 3 to actually stream. So tomorrow's stream will end up being a little later than today's stream, but I can't say exactly yet when I will be live. It's all the way down. Nice. Okay. You should run some group games. It'll be our last chance to play our beloved OPRKs. Yeah, maybe. Bro nearly got it. BB by 4 gems. Doc was in there. Also GG, guys. Oh, nice. I love that our viewers here find each other on ladder regularly. Like, I even find, like, everyone, all the people that are saying, yeah, BB got me, Mahone got me. I'm so happy that we still match each other. It means that we're all on that same wavelength of competition, you know? It's a solid feeling. It feels like a real community. You guys are awesome. Like, actually awesome. Yuryak said, hold on a second. I think I missed this. I had a Mortis today on Fireball and Barrel Bomb. And was just the most annoying little... That is interesting. Fireball and Barrel Bomb? Was mauling Astro, top 1 French player, needed 2 seconds. That's what I'm talking about, Mahone. Give him the hands. Throw hands. Can we get a match game? Can we get a match, please? Please? I gotta say, I'm not looking forward to facing off against those Kings tomorrow. But I'm also recognizing that I'm going to have to change hero again, most likely, because I feel like Royale King is going to be a lot more difficult to play. And I'm going to have to take out, well, Sonic. Maybe that's just the answer. Giela said it a couple times. Giela said it like 2 or 3 times so far that everyone's going to be playing Sonic tomorrow. So I will be playing Sonic. You can count on it. I will be playing Sonic. I will be leveling Sonic until he's maxed out. I don't think you can do it in the first day, if I'm mistaken. But also, if you play every day, and you play, I think Stormy said it today. If you play 6 matches a day for the duration of the event, you can max Sonic out. 6 matches, which is cool. It means you don't have to be a crazy grinder to actually get it. You can be a casual player. You can play normally. And when you think 6 matches times 4 minutes, a half hour a day. That's cool. I don't understand the logic behind the Mortis nerf. He wasn't that OP. Just to let Sonic shine. They nerfed the speed, but healing, bats reduction. What the... I totally agree with you, Soul. I think that nerfing the Mortis speed was the right call. Right? I think that nerfing everything else about him was just not it. Like, Mortis is probably not going to feel very good to play anymore. And it sucks because, like, Deegdag, one of my good buddies, I bought him the season pass for his birthday, and he instantly dumped all of his points into his Mortis because he's like, Mortis is my favorite, right? And now it's getting nerfed into the ground. So it's like, ooh, how does the Mortis player fight the Barbarian King anymore? How does the Mortis player fight the Queen anymore? I also think, but also to go along with that, they absolutely had to fix the tank bug. Tank bug was not cool. All right, we got a game. Rowdy Rink. Jim Hot Pot. Soul says he got the pass too, dumped everything into him. Yeah, man. Well, good news is balance changes happen frequently. As in, like, once a month, it would seem. Something I will say about this, about changes in general. There was my max. I wish that they would do them at the beginning of a ranked season instead of partway through a ranked season. What's that? There's that Archer Queen. He didn't get anything off me, dude. That's that early game tank tech. That's what I'm telling you about, guys. Early game tank tech mitigated all that garbage. That's fine. We took one loss there. There's a bot queen out there. Just kind of shooting nothing at us. That's fine, too. Let's go find him now. Cool. Thank you. Let's go on over here. Oh. Well, we'll take it.
3 players remaining.
Got a max. Very good. Cool. We'll take that too. Potion. Run over here. Very nice. Wizard. Oh, he took a beating. Come on back, dude. Where are you? We losing or winning? We're losing. We're winning? We're winning? Poof, nerd!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG's.
Finish. Congratulations.
GG's. 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 King, what I tell you, buddy? What I tell you, King? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. GG. First place plus 10. Let's go, dude. Tank medic, a strong start with baby chickens. You get speed as well. Yeah, honestly, you saw that first queen interaction that I had. That queen tried to sit on me, and the tank said no. The tank if I'd pressed the issue, I probably could have chased that queen, but I also was thinking I'd rather just get larger and continue the outscaling process, right? GG! What do we got here? More tokens. What's my token count now? Almost 52,000. We'll be opening up them star chests for that battle healer tomorrow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we will. Let's keep it going, though. Tank medic early game grind. You definitely have to play more conservatively early on, but that's fine. Because that immediately having a mega tank in your squad, at least today, having that perpetual stun, because oftentimes I think the first common that you realistically want to pull in that scenario is, at least today, things are changing tomorrow, is the trader. So you're going first common trader on this start. So if you get attacked, your tank just mows down whatever you need it to. Come in here. I'm trolling. All right. Go for a dynamite, sure. All right, queen dead. Poco. That guy wants that over there. I was watching up top to make sure I wasn't about to get third-partied there. Well, we'll take that. Toss. Frankie. Frankie. Now we're into the Leon. 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 What's going on down here? Wizlord. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Wizard. Mega. 30 seconds left.
We're gonna coast and look for third party, I guess. What's going on here?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG! Giello was in there too. I guess he was worried about trying me. Nice. Oh, Zoe was in there too, Mr. Number 1 Global. Looking a little scared, Mr. Zote. By the way, guys, ZDE Zote, I think he was actually in the chat earlier. Or like, I think 2 days ago now. I think that was actually him. When I actually looked at it, I think it was him. The only reason I still question it a little bit is because, yes, he had a verified account on the Squadbusters Discord, but he's actually never commented a single thing on the server. Which is sort of like, what? Like you're number 1 in the world and you don't talk? So I think that's why I was super hesitant to be like, oh yeah, this is ZDE Zode in our chat. But he did add me, and his profile was a verified profile. So it's just kind of like, I would love to see his socials, right? Actually, Spike sounds super strong. So much passive AoE damage and healing. Do we save for Spike or go out on RK then BK? You know, I don't know, Mahone. That's a really good question. I will leave it up to you. I can't give advice. I can't give investment advice because then someone's gonna be mad that they invested all their resources somewhere, and then it got nerfed or something. Dude, clarify. Mortis has an ability where summon units get 20% more health. So is the charge ability of the Barbarian also counted as a summoned? And do Barbs get extra health? I don't think so. It's not summoned units. It's summoners. Summoner squaddies. At least that's how I understand it. So extra like creeps that you spawn should not be getting an additional HP buff. Like the witch's skeletons should not get an HP buff. I don't think that's how that works. I'm coming from the description of the charge ability. It says summons barbs. Yeah, but that's not a summoner. Hold on. Summoners get an attack boost. Summoned units. Maybe, you know what? I can't answer that question with certainty, Soul Server. You'll have to ask Ghost. Spike probably at least a month out. Yeah. I'm guessing Spike would come in July or August, or even August. I think they're gonna milk the Sonic release for all that it's worth. And maybe more over a month from now, maybe a month and a half from now, they'd actually release Spike. Zode has a twin and a cousin running his account while he sleeps. Is that what Mahone said? Is Zode online like 24/7? Is that why you say that? The Dowkey video says we're going to be waiting a while for him. But what does he know? Hero points 25. Yeah, boy. Tokens 50. Nice. Okay. Next game. Next game. You tried. Love you for the efforts. Yeah, I did. You know, I think it's supposed. I think the intention, similar to the way, for example, Queen works, like giving hot shots extra health, hot shots extra attack speed. I think the intention is that it applies to summoners. I think. But I'm not sure. I think the best way to understand if the summoned unit has more HP is if there's a green health shield. Because that's the way it manifests for Archer Queen. That's the way the health shield manifests for the Heavy. That's the way it's going to manifest when I get my RK to the next level and all my suppliers get the extra health. It looks like a little green health shield. So do those units that you're talking about, like does Anita Bear, does that health bar have a green health shield on it? That would answer your question. And I don't know because I don't have, my hero's not that level yet. My Mortis, that is. I see Zodon at all times because I'm also on this game randomly at all hours. Yeah, you know, if you're, I think Supercell, if they ever noticed someone was logged in 24/7 for 7 days in a row, they would probably be investigating them for like account sharing. So he might sleep very little, but if he's sleeping, Supercell knows that he's actually sleeping. So I'm not looking to make any accusations like someone's sharing accounts. All right. Plus, Supercell can also detect if account sharing is going on because of IP addresses. Run down. Okay. Got him. Easy. Come here real quick. Toss that there. It's gonna stick. Respect. No respect. Frank. Wizlord. Go, 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 boys, go. Why doesn't anyone want to try this? People scared of me? Leon. Cool. Hard punish there. Another Leon. All right, final 60. No one is really contesting me here. I don't quite understand it, guys. We're just gonna be safe.
4, 3, 2,
Cool. GG's.
finish.
Kind of melted that one up pretty good right there. T-Sion is a roll today. Playing dope. Yeah, dude. Some good lobbies, too. Mr. Monster, Moonster, I've been seeing him more. I've been seeing Giuseppe Tangana more. Of course, BB, watcher of the channel. Love me some BB. Super nice guy, actually. BB has left some really, like nice comments on my videos. On my VODs, that is. So, hearts for BB. Love BB. I'm hoping that today I can end up cracking 10K. It's not going to be on stream, though. Let me just go ahead and say that out loud. But I think I'm going to commit to trying to crack 10K today. If I can make 9,800 during the stream, then I think tonight, with some passive play, I think I can maybe crack 10K right before the update drops. GGTC, thanks, me too. I love me some BB. BB has always the nicest things to say on my videos, giving me thoughtful feedback, saying I love the quality. I notice those things, guys. And if you show your face in these chats and you say hello to me, I remember your names. I remember your names. Y'all are the real ones. Phantom S says, what? I've also noticed sometimes he plays decent, other not that good to say the least. Who? It's just impossible to play all day since the beginning of the month nonstop. Also noticed sometimes he plays, oh, you're talking about Zote. You know, Phantom S, let me say something about that. When I'm on stream, I'm definitely more locked in. When I'm off stream and I'm doing other things, oftentimes I'm like emails, responding to things, trying to like watching a YouTube video. I have a movie on in the background. I got music. I'm trying to type to someone on Discord. Sometimes the matches start for me and I don't notice until like 20 seconds in. So when I'm off stream, I know I'm not nearly as focused and locked in. And also at night when it gets late, I know that my play gets sloppy. So, like, if I'm trying to push late at night and I'm not fully focused, I know that I'm not going to be hitting first place as much. Whereas other players may be, like, totally locked in, whatever time zone they're in. Maybe it's the morning time. They're feeling fresh and awake and alert. Me, I'm just trying to grind whatever handful of trophies left before I go to bed, set, like, a mini goal for myself, whatever. So, even me, I know that my play changes depending on the time of day and like what else I'm doing at the same time. Because I'm not always like streaming the game is when I'm totally locked into just playing the game. When I'm not streaming the game, I'm oftentimes sort of weaving in daily tasks between games. If you play till 10K, then Sonic release, if not, gonna get much rest. Dude, I'm not that far. Like 10K is not, it's not that far away. Like if I actually sat down and play all day, I could put up 1,000 cups in a day. Like easily. Here we got Druder. We got one of our assassin queens trying to milk the fireball before it gets nerfed. So let's hopefully we don't get found by him early on here. Oh man, I'm trolling. I don't have the money. Keep it up. Move, 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 move. There he is. I think he's figured out that this tank start is not quite as flimsy. So he's going to have a harder time kind of jumping in for that nasty fireball. We're going to take this kind of start. Drew's hunting, though. He's found some people. Got his max. We like that. Daddy likey. Rink. Sure.
5 players remaining. Fusion. 4 players remaining. 2 minutes.
Found a free key. He's hunting the bots out. Or he's finding real players that just can't respond to him. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get this. Pop this. I'm going to die, right? GG. I'll have him kill me rather than Druder. What's up, Marshmallow? What's up, my Kiki? Raid time from who? None other than Drew Zealand. Nice. Luffy dropping the raid. Appreciate it a lot, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. 1K a day, 30K season, that would have to be a record. Well, you slow down. Like, the higher you go, because your matches, you can't get matches as quick. But yeah, if you played, like, when the moment you woke up to the moment you went to bed, I think 1,000 a day is actually possible. Did you hear back from the music company? They said to reach out by this month or next month. Next month. Thanks for asking. I do have an interview tomorrow, and I'm also helping my mom at her job tomorrow. I gotta make some kind of money, guys. I gotta put some coin in my pocket. My mom was like, "Hey, you can come to work and help me move a bunch of records from one room to it. You know, clean out this one space, move records from here to there." And I was like, "Okay." Plus, it's my mom. Even if she wasn't paying me, I would say yes, because she needs some help right now for sure. No, Dreeder, no. It's fine. My sin that I committed in that lobby was picking up the gem hot pot and not having. And I also, right before I did it, I had popped my coin stash, so I couldn't get a potion up to be able to mitigate the disaster. Interview. Okay, so tomorrow's interview would be for just like some customer service job. And then the interview on Wednesday is like a Zoom interview where I have to play some piano to be a beginning piano teacher for like little kids. And I'm kind of like not interested in either of those jobs very much, but I've got to do what I have to do to survive right now. I'm already looking at having to move back in with my family for a period of time. When I do move back into them, I don't want to live there for more than 30 days. And I want to be out. Like, I have to be able to pay rent, which I can't do right now. I'm unemployed. So I have to get any kind of income. Anything. I also have to, I am making some money this weekend. A friend of mine in my handbell choir, him and his wife are going on a vacation, like a little weekend vacation. They're taking a road trip up to like somewhere. I think up north, and they have a greyhound, and they want me to dog sit for the greyhound. So I've got to go over there and feed it. I'm actually staying the night at their house because the dog isn't. It's like an elder dog. It's a senior dog, so it's like an older dog. And in case the dog has, some sort of an accident in the middle of the night, they want me to be there to like be like, it's okay, and clean it up. So I'll be spending the night at their place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm gonna come back to my house to stream in the afternoon on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, and actually Saturday, I don't know that I am gonna stream because another friend of mine has his birthday, and he's having like a slip and slide birthday bash behind his house. And that place is actually pretty close to where I live. So I'm not even sure that I will be streaming on Saturday. Doc says getting really sick of the teamers today. I haven't noticed them too much. I haven't noticed them that much. See, Tree Giants. Who do we got? Zode again.
Collect gems to win. Take fusion. Take mega. Fusion. Medic. Mega. 9 players remaining. Dynamite. Dynamite. Fusion. Dynamite. Mega.
This is interesting behavior here. That's a king, though. I'm going to walk over here. Come on back. Get another trader. Get another trader. Pop stash. Potion up. That's cool. We got 3 keys. Rank. I think we're not going to bother with the Greg, or that could be it. That could end up being a mistake. Here we are. Go.
2 minutes left.
Come over here. Cool. Just having the balls to stay where we actually want to stay seems to be paying off. Got a couple there. People aren't able to force me off the keys, which is cool. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait. Okay. I'm just surprised that no one is really like trying me on this. At least yet.
30 seconds left.
Think I'm winning? think that seals it, right?
8, 7, 6,
We just run now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
Finish.
I guess people just didn't want to. They just didn't feel like fighting me. I got too big. And that's just the thing. It's not going to be possible. Like, I know that when the trader potion gets changed, you're not going to be able to sit on things like you want to. Like, it's almost like these neutral objectives are going to be like a massive bait for someone to like try it, right? And if they see someone try to jump onto them, they can't just sit there anymore. So that's why RK is going to lose a lot of his dominance. The second that this potion changes tomorrow, it's going to be massively different. The gameplay is going to change. Like, being a point dominant bully is not really going to be quite as feasible anymore. Like, even as the barbarian king, like, say you want to play the middle and you want to charge through and hit someone on the other side of the tree if they try to fight you over a tree. If you get third partied, you're going to take a ton of damage no matter what. How is the cake, bro? GG's on 7 years of marriage, Mr. Kieran. RK is the squishiest hero, by the way. Yes, he is. And he's been nerfed again. Like, everything about him just got nerfed. Except for his royal delivery damage. And his in-hand. All the HP. His HP got nerfed. The HP of elite recruits got nerfed. The HP of the regular recruits got nerfed. It's kind of wild. Mikey Key. How's it going, Sir Harshmellow over on the Twitch? They're all getting ready for the update and want to have their skills at doubles ready. Yeah, I bet. He becomes tanky only because of the potions he keeps getting getting all the time every 5 seconds. Yeah, but that's going to change for every hero, though. I just think that his bulk in the form of the extra elite recruits is not going to be nearly as strong as it was. Because, like, spells tend to knock out the recruits anyway. So, perhaps an RK could play to the very, very late game and not fight a single soul and still get this massive army of recruits. But if you get hit by one good king hit, one good fireball blazing light, that's significantly different, right? You can't just mitigate part of the damage and stay beefy. I think that means you instantly lose the protection. And the king still hits your hero. Which is like, what's the point of the RK then? Alright. You know what it does open the floor for, though? It opens the floor for another squaddy to come in that offers a squad boost that offers like a small amount of damage reduction. Like, imagine another squaddy gets introduced and there's like a separate type of potion that drops. And that's the only thing that potion does. It offers damage mitigation. But say it's modest, like 25%. I could see that coming into the fray. But we don't have that yet. The problem with the potion was it was bloated, right? It gave you the attack speed, it gave you the movement speed, and it gave you the damage reduction. It had everything you could possibly want, and it came from a common unit. They took away damage mitigation. In my mind, they should take away also the attack speed or the movement speed. Probably just the attack speed, and just make it all about movement speed. Hey, if you want to have a crazy movement speed buff, we're going to increase the movement speed even to like 50% or 60%. Give it like a similar percentage that you'd give like the hog rider when he touches grass, but build it into a potion. Like, make it amazing, right? And have it only be movement speed. And then introduce another supplier that would then have damage mitigation in their potion. And it would, like, instead of a purple potion popping out, maybe it's a Maybe it's a gold potion. And then an attack speed potion. Maybe a red potion pops out. So, like, you could have a supplier class, RK, decide to build 3 supply, buffing squatties, and place the impetus on the player to sync all of those up somehow, right? And that would take thought. It would take skill. Like trying to get all 3 of your buffs active at the same time. I think that'd be interesting. Do you change Trader or keep him? I think Trader might still be good. Movement speed and attack speed is still damage, and it's still movement speed. It's hard. I really can't say, though. Like, I need to get my hands on it. I'm hesitant to say, like, oh, this is exactly the way it's going to be. There's Rooter!
8 players remaining.
That was scary.
Dynamite.
Brother, you have got to be kidding me with that.
Busted. 8th place.
You see, if I wasn't, like, mid-thought, I think I probably would have been able to outfight that. But I was, like, too distracted talking to you guys, and when that happened, I kind of was like, oh, snap! We're in it. But you can see that my tank almost killed him there. Almost. Almost. We'll keep Trader for movement speed. Yeah. I think that Trader is still going to be good. I think that you might see people opting for a different common, though. Like, perhaps. Perhaps a third, like, Poco, I think, is still meta. Poco has not changed at all. I think Poco is still going to be phenomenal. I think other commons can be swapped in, though. Because for me, it's like, depending on the situation, I may not pick my third common. Mohan says, sorry, it's your fault. Yeah, no worries, man. All right, let's focus up for this one so we don't get surprised while we're in, like, mid-thought. All right, we got Narcissist in here. He's pretty strong. What's up, Ghost? Thank you for the raid, brother. By the way, Ghost, we were talking about you earlier. Man, everyone wanted to know what you thought about the changes to Mortis. Because I was trying to commiserate with you a little bit and be like, yeah, I feel like they've kind of gutted him a little. That feels really bad for the Mortis, at least. So what are you thinking, buddy? All right, lock in. Got to lock my brain in for this one. I got surprised by an Archer Queen last game. Was not paying the full attention to the game. Paid for it with my elo. Oh, we got an early Leon. We like those. This is actually kind of a creamy, dreamy start. Well, we'll take those. Oh, there's a key. Oh, we're in the middle. Guess we're picking a Greg. Just to keep our farm going. Okay. Go. Not an impossible gap to come up with. We haven't taken any losses yet. Frankie Poo. He got it. Where are these people going? 40 seconds. We got hit. Not great. We're gonna die, right? Yeah, GG, Narcissist. You got me. So now I'm collecting hero points and spend it for BK. Hold on a second. We gotta catch up with what Ghost said. Ghost says he's sad. Yeah, understandably so, man. I honestly, reading those changes, I was like, they listened to the community too much. And they listened to, like, the lower level, more casual players that don't know how to play yet, right? They're not competing against, like, strong players all the time. And they haven't taken the time to learn how to compete against strong players. And all these changes are just like, less damage, less bats, less this. And it's like, what the heck? Like, I really do think that they were too heavy-handed with Mortis. And they buffed Barbarian King like crazy. Barbarian King is way too strong now. Like, way too strong now. On release, BK is going to be nuts. Same with Queen. I can't believe they gave her 20% extra movement speed. More HP, more damage. Oh, but they reduced her split shot by like what, 5%? Like some eensy beensy little nerf to the split shot. I'm changing to BK. I have him at least on page 5. So now I'm collecting hero points and spend it for BK, not Mortis. It's sad, but Mortis will be weak as hell. Only good thing on him right now is a little bit more speed. Yeah, absolutely. That's why they think RK is weak too. Honestly, like, I can't believe that, like, RK is not weak. Like, people, but they nerfed him so hard. And I think probably the single change that is going to have the greatest impact to the overall game, and I think you'll definitely agree. The Trader Potion having no damage reduction, BK is going to be unstoppable. Like, if BK gets the good engagement that he wants, which is he lands one fist, your squad goes poof, and you can't really respond. I can see people using Bug Spray now because they've buffed Bug Spray massively to mitigate Barbarian King specifically. Everyone was thinking that they did Ghost dirty with the nerfs on Mortis. Yeah, I agree. Harshmallow says Class is done. What? Why? What makes you say that, Harshmellow? What was his opinion on that? What specific opinion did Klaz hold that that you don't like? But you know what? Hopefully, I can max BK fast. Then I will annoy all the RK players who are annoying me all the time, dude. That's probably the play ghost. I have 0 levels on Barbarian King. I'm in the worst spot right now. Well, I'm not in the worst spot. My queen is power 4. I still have to spend a significant amount to max her out, but my queen is not lowest level. I could swap back to queen, but I'm really not feeling queen. Ooh, I'm so rusty with queen. It's going to take me several days to get adjusted to the playstyle again. Ghost says, I have a list. Go for it. Phantom Mask, they do play, but after smoking... How could they buff BK again? I think they're listening to lower level players that aren't as skilled about how to balance the game. And in turn, it's going to completely wreck... It like flips the meta on its head for competitive play. I think BK is going to be a one-shot god. If he wants to one-shot you, he's going to. You're going to have to play Bug Spray to stop him. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe you plan to get hit by BK, you pop Bug Spray, and just sit there and hit him for 4 or 5 seconds because he can't do anything. I think that might be the play, guys. The more I think about it, 4.5 seconds of persistent stun is kind of nutty. And BK is going to put his whole squad right on top of yours. I mean, this guy and not arcades like you in jail. Ghost. LOL, Ghost. Harsh, what hero is playing is Class playing? Harsh says RK. Obviously RK. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. He put... When he was doing his tier list for heroes, I remember him putting someone at the very bottom, and I just thinking, dude, you're totally wrong about that. But everyone's got their opinions. If you had a YouTube channel, you could post your opinions on the internet. What's up, Easy? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. All right, guys, I need to use the bathroom. I've been live for about almost 2 hours, and I haven't used the bathroom once. That's rare. It's probably because we spent the first 45 minutes talking about our balance changes. I'm going to put up a 2-minute timer. And I will be right back. Much love, guys. You know I'm pretty prompt with this. 2 minutes, I'm back in my seat. You can ask the guys that are already here. Yeah, TC takes the quickest bathroom breaks of all time. I'll see you in just a minute, guys. Much love. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. And before you ask, yes, I washed my hands. I washed them clean. Here we go. Hop back in for another hour of Squad League. And we can resume our conversation. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for hanging in there, boys. Uh-oh, I'm a little tangled with my cords. That's fine. I'll detangle real quick. Detangled. Here we go. Right on time. Saw the balance changes, and dear God, Mortis got his head smacked into a wall. Read my previous messages, TC. They made all the kids believe as if Mortis was OP, and now they all want Mortis to be nerfed. Yeah, dude, that's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. Like, Mortis is not OP and will be like buried tomorrow. I completely agree with that. Like, Mortis, it's definitely a feels bad moment for Mortis, but it's okay. It's okay. Here we go. We're gonna play. Like, Mortis was good. He wasn't great, and he certainly was not excellent. And now he's gonna be less than good. So it means he won't be good. G Yella, Buster, Narcissist. We got a banger of a lobby. Let's go.
Collect gems to win. Take fusion. Take mega. Medic fusion. Medic.
Keep it going. Trader. Business. More business.
Fusion. 9 players remaining. Trader. Mega.
We're gonna get a mic. Come back. Get another mic.
Fusion.
Mortis, sorry, dude.
8 players
You weren't good. You won't be. I'm sorry.
Mega. Unstoppable.
Queen, you're gonna be OP tomorrow. I won't let you be OP today. Take another key.
6 players remaining. Poco. Fusion. Poco. Mega. Nice move.
That guy got crushed.
5 players remaining.
What's going on with you, dude?
Nice move. 4 players.
What is this game?
Fusion. Mega.
Wizard.
Wizard. 2 minutes. Wizard. Fusion.
We're gonna go on that.
Wizard. Mega.
Optimus, I guess. We're gonna run. Another Optimus. Max.
Fusion.
Greg time. More monies, more keys. More Max. You get a Frank, because I don't like getting stunned.
Final stretch.
What's this? What's going on here? Wow, this is a cluster bomb, isn't it?
30 seconds left. Leon.
Got a Leon. GG! Oh, Giella got the sandwich there. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. Couldn't let him take all that money, though. Couldn't let Buster get it, though. GG's. All this arcade spam. It'll be gone tomorrow, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. The game will change. You'll see me fail. Man, I'm burping like crazy. Coca-Cola rocks. I'm in YouTube chat now. Better for me watching Netflix. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. At least for now, no ads on YouTube. When I get monetized, though, I'm sure you'll be seeing ads over there. Wait, let me ask you guys on the YouTube side, do you see ads or not, or do your ad blockers keep those away? All right, next.
Common. Red is super big. Ice wizard.
One thing I have to say is I haven't seen as many queens today. I think that's probably changing tomorrow. Jilla says no ads for me. Soul says I won't see. I have premium. Oh, look at you, YouTube Premium. Man, on YouTube on phone is better because when I miss something, I can go back and watch it. Oh yeah, because the instant replay is there. Twitch, you have to wait till the stream is over to watch the VOD over on Twitch, but YouTube, you can roll it back. The one thing I have to be careful about on YouTube is if I pause someone's live stream and then push play again, sometimes I'll be like 10, 15 minutes behind and I'll be commenting on things. And then I'll realize, oh, he's like responding to me, to my comments, which are like old. There's a max. Man. I wanted the max. I'll take an early mic. Works. Trader. Give me this real quick.
9 players remaining. Dominance. 8 players remaining.
Let me get out for a second.
Trader. Wizard.
Get that. This is a bot, right?
Nice move.
Yep.
7 players remaining. Fusion. 6 players remaining.
Sit. Come on back.
5 players remaining.
Poco.
Poco. Fusion. Nice.
Interesting.
4 players remaining. Poco. Mega.
Frank.
Two minutes left.
Oh.
Fusion. Mega.
Leon.
Leon. Leon. Fusion.
Go. Uh-oh, Giella.
Leon. Mega.
isn't like... Go. There's that king trying to be a king. Optimus Prime.
Final stretch. Gem line open.
Go.
Fusion.
Run. Over here. Greg. Greg.
Fusion.
Hold.
30 seconds left.
Narcissist, this one's mine, buddy. This one's mine, buddy!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG! GG!
Finish. Spectacular win.
You don't got Twitch soul? What are you talking about? You can just restart the stream on YouTube, then I'm not delayed. Yeah, there's also like the live button. Can you create your own emotes on YouTube too? Because I think about streaming YouTube and Twitch at the same time, like you. I think so. Yes, yes, but I'm not monetized yet on YouTube. My channel got demonetized because I went inactive for too long on YouTube. For some reason though, Twitch didn't care about that. So this whole time I have been monetized on Twitch. People can still sub me on Twitch. They can still donate on, donate bits and all that sort of stuff. I need to look more into it. I'm sure you can do custom emotes and have channel members use them exclusively. Yes. Yes. True, true, true. How do you get monetized on YouTube? I'll tell you right now, like if you go into YouTube Studio and you go on the left where it says, hold on a sec. YouTube Studio. Crap. Back to channel content. And you scroll down to where it says earn. It'll show you eligibility to be monetized. It says you need to have 3,000 valid public watch hours in the last 365 days. Right now I'm sitting at 1,000 and I started streaming again in April. I streamed infrequently in April. So between May and June, that number has like jumped from like almost nothing to about to over 1,000. I need to hit 3,000 to get remonetized. Or you can get 3 million shorts views in the last 90 days. So for me, I know I'm not going to hit 3 million views on shorts. It's going to be my valid public watch hours on YouTube. So the best way for me to get remonetized on YouTube is just people watching my stream, because that's what I'm doing with my content these days. Like I haven't started making videos on YouTube yet, but I might need to do that at some point. But so far, just off streaming, I have 1,770 valid public watch hours, and I only need 3,000 to get remonetized. It's harder to get monetized on YouTube than on Twitch, huh? Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's not that hard. Like, I've got a nice core people that like to watch me on YouTube, and if they don't watch me during the live stream, they'll watch my VOD, and that also plugs into the same numbers. I don't think it's that hard. Like if I was making standalone videos and I got a couple that went viral, that could jump up. Right? Like I could get 100, 200 hours, 300, maybe even 500 hours off of one video depending on how viral it went. But shorts don't factor into the 3,000 hour minimum. It's its own thing. It says you have to do You have to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. And you have to upload 3 videos in the last 90 days. I've met that requirement. And one of the following, either 3,000 hours in the last 365 days, 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million shorts views in the last 90 days. I don't want to do shorts or videos now. I just want to stream. Yeah, well, you can start dual streaming to YouTube, and it'll take care of itself. You'll be grabbing an extra chunk of viewers, and like a different chunk of viewers, because there's certain people that just don't go on Twitch. There's certain people that just don't go on YouTube. And I think the mistake that I made towards the end of my Clash of Clans streaming career was I transitioned over to Twitch specifically because I wanted to play music during my streams. And it alienated like all the people that had started with me on YouTube, because a lot of those guys just didn't want to get a Twitch account. I could never understand it. But one thing I've figured out is, upon rebooting the Restream.io and dual streaming YouTube and Twitch for Squad Busters, is that I'm usually getting more viewers on Twitch, or more viewers on YouTube, more concurrent. So if you're doing well on Twitch already, it's kind of a no-brainer to try to get it over on YouTube too. Hold up, you can stream music on Twitch. Yes, but what you need to do is you need to make sure that your music is set to not record on the VOD track, because when you broadcast to Twitch, you can set your audio source, you can set your audio channels up to where your music track is not recorded on your VOD, and that's if you just have everything on one VOD track, your voice, your music, and your gameplay, the music will be tied to the VOD, and that's when you can get copyright strikes. Now, in theory, though, they can still get you for copyright infringement, but Twitch just doesn't police it as heavily as YouTube does. YouTube, if I start streaming and there's music on my stream, YouTube will take the stream down within moments of me starting it. Like they won't even let it happen. Twitch, you can stream music but not include it on the VOD track, and when it saves your VOD, it'll just be your voice and the gameplay, and you can usually get away with it. The problem is if you're dual streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, you can't separate it out. So, okay, well, I'm gonna have music on my YouTube stream and not music on my, or I'm going to have music on my Twitch stream, but not on my YouTube stream. If you're doing it at the same time, both sources will get music. And that's why if you're dual streaming, you can't play music at all, because YouTube will freak out instantly. Dude, I've seen Klaz grow like hell here on YouTube. I think he's famous on YouTube now more than Twitch. Yeah, exactly. Like when Klaz streams, he gets like hundreds of viewers in his live streams. Hundreds. All right, here we go. Let's do the thing. Let's do it. Finally got a game. Narcissus Lopeka, okay.
Collect gems to win.
I love that name, Lopeka. Thought I was gonna have some gold. Come on down. Come on up. I'm gonna try the wizard start, actually. Traitor. Poco.
Poco. Fusion. Poco. Mega. Dynamite.
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 Okay.
Fusion.
Come here.
2 minutes. 4 players remaining. Mega.
Okay. Frankie. Another Frankie.
Fusion. Greg.
Getting spanked a little bit. That's okay.
Mega. Final stretch. Gem line open. Greg. Fusion.
Walk away.
Greg. Mega. 30 seconds.
What do we got? What do we got? What's going on here? Oh, this is a mess.
7.
We jive. We die. GG.
Busted. 4th place. Not bad at all.
BB, the guy at the end, was just spinning around and gave me the win after you and Druder knocked each other out. That's funny. I guess BB didn't want to even try it. Druder and I killed each other at the same time. That's actually hilarious. I love seeing that. On Twitch stream, I can hear whatever I want. Yeah, exactly. That's just it, Ghost. Like, if you want to start dual streaming, you can't play music. Because even if you set it to be on the VOD track only, the music will appear on your YouTube stream. And YouTube will actually take your stream down, like, while you're streaming. And you can get a copyright strike for that. And you don't want a copyright strike. If you get copyright strikes, that's bad news. Bad news. YouTube is whack when it comes to all their BS copyright rules. I mean, music is music. Like Spotify, you pay a subscription to listen to music ad-free, right? Like they present you ad-free music. Anything you want to listen to, right? So there's like services that are contracted for that. It's intellectual property. On Twitch stream, I can hear being able to play music on a stream would be nice. Yeah. So if you want to play music on your stream, it's still against the law. You still shouldn't do it, technically, but Twitch is a lot more lax about it. And as long as you don't include it, if you don't include it on your VOD track, most people get away with it. Can't figure it out. How does Andy get so many royal recruits? I think it's probably because he's taking Poco first. So he's got his medic first. Then he's also getting the Poco online before he gets anything else. So as he's killing things, he's healing the royal recruits. And he just keeps the health bars in check on all the elite recruits. And he doesn't fight anybody until late. I end up fighting with people over objectives on RK the most. No joke. It's someone. Someone came into my zone, so I hid behind a big wall in ice world with Christmas tree on top. Thought it was Druid. This RK is only level 10. Anti has a max RK. It's only level 10. Are you saying level 10 because of what you see on SQURS? I have a hard time believing that SQURS is accurate right now. Like, fully accurate. Because certain things about their site are broken. I think some of the coding may have changed when the season reset. Because we can't see everything that we used to be able to see. Dude, I heard Aisha Speed got away with flashing the thing on stream. On YouTube, so you just have to be famous. You can bend all the flashing the thing. Maybe it was an accident. Was he like jumping up and down? If it was an accident, yeah, accidents happen. As long as you take as long as you take that VOD down and you issue an apology. Something like that happens. I don't think you should be banned for that. It's like, imagine you're in public, like say you're a IRL streamer and you're walking down the road and you have a camera like this and you're talking to yourself while you're walking down the road. You're talking to your chat, your live chat. Someone comes up behind you and pantses you, right? And people see everything. Should you get banned for that because it happened on your channel? No. It wasn't your fault. Take the VOD down and issue an apology. Make a statement. Poco and Medic for starters, then Greg and Mavis to farm Trader Spell gets a big-looking squad. Interesting. He almost intended it. You say, Soul? Ah, well, we can't know that. Give me a second. I'm going to get some potato chips. I'm actually super hungry right now. I was talking about these the other day. These aren't potato chips. These are corn chips. Doritos Late Night Loaded Taco. If you never had these, they're actually fire. You should give them a shot sometime. They taste like tacos. Like, I can almost taste the lettuce in it. The lettuce and tomato. Doritos, baby. Go find these. I think these are like a limited edition thing. But then again, nothing is limited edition anymore. If it sells out, they will certainly sell more of it. It's the second time I've seen it on the shelves, though. So it might be a hit. Let me have my soy milk. Oh boy. Be careful be careful with the soy milk though. Too much soy can be bad for you. I will agree that at least on the occasion, like having something with soy milk, it tastes different. It's a different taste, but I would rather just drink regular cow milk. Soy milk is so bad for dudes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. It can like mess with your hormones, right? Naturally boost your estrogen. Yeah. Like a little bit of soy milk here and there is probably not a bad idea. But if that's all you're drinking, because you're like a vegetarian or something like that, yeah, men can have problems with that. It can have a nice taste, though. I will give it that. Thank you. Never in excess. Yeah. It's so funny because it's like, it's not alcohol. It's not anything like that. It's just a plant-based product. I do like drinking milk, though. I will say, sometimes I feel like maybe I'm developing like a little bit of like lactose intolerance. Sometimes if I have like say I have like cornflakes and milk or something like that for breakfast, it can kind of give me like a bad stomach. And not too long after, I might have to go use the toilet, if you understand what I'm saying. So it makes me wonder if I actually have like, if I'm developing like a sensitivity to milk. No, dude, on those days it's shorter. Everything comes out a lot smoother. Tolzer says, I'm ripped. I work out every day. Nice. Yeah, don't drink the soy milk if you're trying to stay ripped. I need some help getting ripped by the way, guys. I have a crazy metabolism. No, we got Druder. We got to focus up.
Collect gems to win.
Druder will be looking for people.
Fusion. Pink fusion.
Move out.
Mega. Pink mega. Trader. Fusion.
That's him. I'm messing up already, guys. Every time, man. I even walked right into it. I thought to myself, I'm gonna leave my corner. Don't want the smoke. And I walked right into him. Walked right into him. Whatever. Oh, that's on me. I'm not even done chewing my food. Plus, dude, what was that? I walked right into him, too. I need to have my hands on my device prior to matching that guy. It's the Doritos' fault. Doritos are good, though. Don't take it too seriously. When someone messes with my friend, I F them up. Yeah, dude. Druder's one of those guys. And he's also one of those that will, like, spin. Like, he'll kill you, and then he'll be like, oh, this is a streamer. I'm going to spin on him. And he, like, spins. He does it every single time. Tomorrow when that fireball nerf comes through, it's not going to be as easy. But the queen is being buffed in every other way. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they did that. I really can't believe they gave queen the type of buff that they did. They nerfed the RK while buffing the queen and buffing the king like crazy. I spin like crazy when I kill him now. Yeah, dude. I don't even spin on him personally, just because like I don't want him to think like, oh yeah, I'm underneath his skin, like whatever. Druder at least won't hunt me. Like if he finds me, he finds me. But he doesn't like cross map me like the other guy will. The other guy plays like a total psychopath. I'm just asleep. All right, wake up. Here we go. It's like I'm getting out of my corner so I don't get hunted. And what do I know? I walk right into the guy that I didn't want to get hunted by. I guess he had the same idea. That's a queen. I don't know if he's looking for me or not, but we're not going to find out. We'll go ahead and take the Greg. Is that someone I know? I thought that was BB. It was BB. We take it. Poco. What's going on down here? I'm gonna walk. Attack this guy now. Cool. Free bot kill, we'll take him.
5 players remaining. 4 players remaining. 2 minutes.
There was a Leon. It's okay, we're not gonna stress. Cool. Keep it pushing. Oh, look down here. What's this? Okay, it's something.
Final stretch. Gem line open. Mega.
Who is this, Zote?
Leon. Fusion. 30 seconds. 3 players remaining. Mega.
It's Zote. Narcissist got somebody, though. Poof, nerd, we got him! We got him, boys!
Finish. What a win.
Bro, 3 times in a row. Every real player, a high RK, I can't. Zote was a Mortis, but I also crushed him. Snuck the win away from Narcissist. GG's, let's go. We had to get that plus 10 back. Had to get the plus 10 back. All right, we're almost at 97. Almost at 9,700. I need to start noting for my shorts. I'm gonna get another Coca-Cola too. I need a little bit. I need some sugar in my life. Someone was talking about getting some cake for their birthday. I need to find me some cake too. Let's go. Global #1 smoked. Yippee. He's playing Mortis while Mortis is still okay. That's a feels bad man thing to say, right? Like, everyone that's high on ladder acknowledges that Mortis really doesn't compete right now. When's my birthday? It's in February. Put the Doritos and lock in. Yeah, I just put them away. We got to lock in. Here we go. We're back on the Greg train, so this is healthy for the Tree Giants here. G, Malone. Don't recognize Malone. Okay, we got G in here. Don't even have the gold yet. Run here. Run here. Over here. Toss that. Keep running. Trader. Run away, I guess. Come back. Greg. Greg. Cool.
7 players remaining. Mega. 6 players remaining. Dynamite. Fusion.
I think we're gonna go on him.
5 players remaining. Mega.
Can't really see what's going on here.
4 players remaining.
I just stole a key from that fight, though.
Coco. Fusion.
Nice. Where's some more trees? Show me the trees. We're gonna run through. We didn't take any losses there. Pop. What is this? Guy just ran straight through me. Fun. I was not respecting that guy at all right there. Max. Cool. We took a little bit.
Fusion.
Where are the trees? Where are the trees?
Gem line open.
I'll take it. Jello wants to smoke, though.
Wizard. Wizard.
Okay.
Fusion. 30 seconds.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Wizard. Mega. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
He's gonna leave.
4, 3,
That's GG.
2,
1,000 gem game. Woohoo! There we go.
congratulations. You won.
Let's see. Get Bear the boss for me and BB. He's top friend. Yeah. Got him. Got him for you, Mahone. I delete some. You'll delete some friends the next days. I have so many people that I don't know from the time when Squad Builders came out. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. When I first started playing, people were adding me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just add whoever asks. But now I'm like, if I'm looking at my friends list again, I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Some of them haven't been logged in for like a long time. So, yeah. You got him. Yeah, dude. Kept him at bay for you, Mahone.
Common. Super big.
Next. Doot, 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 doot. I'm not interested in this song that much. Moving on by, who is this? Tylar? I've liked a song by this group. Huh. Wait, what's the song that I liked? It's called Want Me by Tylar. Some solid drummer in there. It's like fun, groovy. When did I like this song? They have like no views. They have no listens either. This group is like... Yeah, whatever. Next. Okay. If you're curious about the group that I was just talking about, the group is called This. And apparently I'd liked this a song by them at some point on my Spotify list. That I can't remember liking the song. It's sort of like fun, like upbeat, groovy music. But I can see why it's not like been grabbed onto by the populace, because it's like okay. It's not bad music, but it's like okay music. Now this right here, hold on. This guy, Lucho Bermudez. If you want to hear some awesome like Brazilian clarinet music, you should listen to this guy. Lucho Bermudez has some of the most excellent clarinet use in like popular music. Well, it's not popular music. And actually, it's, let's see, is that Colombian music? I could have had the nationality wrong. I thought he was Brazilian. Apparently, he's Colombian. Don't even know who's in the lobby. Might be my death sentence, right? Run. If we can run.
9 players remaining. 8 players remaining.
Okay, we got to get our feet back underneath us here. Throw over there. Got myself a key. We'll take it.
7 players remaining. Fusion.
Cool.
6 players remaining.
Cool.
2 minutes left. 5 players remaining.
Mike.
Fusion. 4 players remaining. Dynamite. Mega.
Frank. Boo, Aguila Ray got him again, dude. Imagine being that guy. Oh, man, imagine. Sweating it out. Playing Squad Busters.
Final stretch. Fusion.
Oh, boy.
Wizard. Mega. Leon. Leon. Fusion.
Ooh, gonna run away from the BB.
Leon.
Getting Optimus here.
30 seconds
It's
left.
probably the stronger finish for us at the moment. If we can get the max in, cool. Cool, GG's. GG's.
Top spot.
Geedon says, "Oh, TC Live. What's up, Geedon? How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Slapping up that lobby right there. Had to catch Mr. Aguila again. GG's. What a game. Yeah, dude. Aguila Ray, dude, I have no idea. If his VK isn't max, maybe that's why he's not beating me. But, like, solid king players give me the most trouble. Yo, man, I got a question. Okay, what is the question? What's the question? Ask away.
Common. Epic. Colonel Russ.
Ghost said you don't have to pay money now because I accepted you. He did it because Ghost is being a nice guy. Ghost is a genuinely nice guy. He really is. He's cool. What's up, Tom OPGGs? How's it going, dude? I saw you this morning in one of my games, right? At least one of my games. I got blazing light on my left side for abilities, and I pressed it like 5 times before it works. I think that might just be a you problem, because I don't have that issue. The left side of it, like the left slot ability, is never a problem for me. It used to be the right slot ability would be the problem. And they released an update that fixed it for me. And so now I don't really have issues deploying either one. Can I copy your starting build? Yeah, sure. Copy it. Copy the start. Here it is. I'm an open book. Yeah, the right was buggy for everyone else. Could be my fat fingers. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, but like left side ability slot, never a problem for me. Used to be the right one that would like I just couldn't get it. Part of me thinks it was maybe a skill issue, but whatever they did to adjust like the sensitivity or the hitbox of that button fixed it. At least for me, it did. I have to be totally like caught in a moment and like be freaking out about a situation to like miss the button now. Even the animation would get stuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like if you try to drop a fireball, like the button would get stuck in like a weird position. But now that's fixed. So if you're having like if you're not able to deploy the first ability slot now, it could be an issue with your touch screen. Maybe your touch screen. Like I know that one thing that my buddy was encountering, he was playing with like a glass screen protector over his phone. Like, you know how you can get like the cheap plastic ones that you just sort of like, they'll peel on and off. You can get a more substantial one that's actually like a thin sheet of glass that you put on top of your screen. I think he was using that. And he was having trouble like with the edges of the device. Like he would press on the towards the edge of the device and nothing would happen. All right, here we go. Game night, game on. Buster Valley, here we do it. I don't think many players will still run it. If you can dodge Fireball, yeah, that's true. I think Fireball is going to see less play. You got stunned for about 10 seconds. Is that normal? No, it is not. What's this king over here doing? Got a unit. We'll take that. Early tank feels good, not gonna lie. Run. Okay, stop it. Leave me alone, nerd. Run away, I think. It's a bot. Clearly. All right, the bots are being weeded out of the lobby pretty quick, so we're not going to be able to mess around too much. What's up, Cody? Cody Winder, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thank you for being here. Oh! He wants to attack me, I'm pretty sure. What's happening over here? Oh man, that was my Leon. I was automatically reaching for the bottom slot. Cause I was like, surely that's where it's gonna be. It was not. Run. It's gonna be hard to close this. We'll see if we can make something happen though. Cool. Second place, right?
Second place. Outstanding.
Yeah, Uga had a nice, healthy lead on us there. Well, we got something. Snuck into second over G. Of course, man, just call me Cody. Okay, appreciate it, man. Thanks for being here. Are you running the Sir Claz build? If I am, I don't know it, because I've been massaging my own build for a while now. I'm watching on YouTube and Twitch. That's awesome, Cody. Appreciate the views, man. Every bit helps. You're awesome for that. You are awesome. Sadly, the lineup will be all changed tomorrow. El Primo makes an entry for sure. Dude, that's interesting. The first 45 minutes of this stream actually went through the balance changes and gave my honest opinion on everything. Read the chat a couple times, but really tried to say what I needed to say. And so if you're interested to know what my full thoughts on the balance update are, I would say catch my VOD and watch the first 40 minutes, because I do give those opinions there. The long and short of it is, I can't believe they buffed Queen as much as they did, and I really can't believe that they buffed King as hard as they did. King, I think, is going to be extremely strong now. I think King is going to be brokenly strong. I think Queen is going to be more annoying than it ever was. I think Mortis was nerfed into the ground. Mortis has been buried along with all of his, souls. And Royale King is also... I don't think Royale King is really good anymore. I think he's not good. Royale King is no longer good, because Royale King used to be excellent. He's not even good now. Tomorrow he will be bad. And then a lot of that has to do with the fact that they gutted the Trader Potion, which I was expecting them to do. I was expecting the Trader Potion to get nerfed, but when they took all of the damage mitigation out of the spell, it just sort of killed anyone's chance of surviving a Power 5 King Fist. People are going to have to, in my opinion, people are probably going to have to start running Bug Spray to counter the King Fist. So when you get King Fisted, you have to pop your Bug Spray instantly and then try to fight the guy. But you're still going to take a ton of damage right off the rip. Luffy's going to demolish lobbies. Mortis was already terrible. Yeah, Mortis was already not great. And that's the other thing that really ticks me off about it is... I think that Supercell was listening to the loudest, whiniest, lowest skill level players of the game for parts of the balance changes that are actually being issued. The fact that people were saying, Mortis is brokenly strong, he's so broken. Mortis in high level ladder would be run over by a Barbarian King, would be run over by a Royale King. Mortis never really stood the chance. in the late game. His best chance was to go full assassin, similar to the way a queen does, and try to get an early game advantage. Those are the mortises that have beat me on RK, are the ones that like run into my spawn at 10 seconds in with like a Colonel Ruffs and a tank and just sit on me when I have nothing, basically. Melt me to death, throw out bats, throw the tank at me. Can't damage the tank. Wish they emergency nerf Barbarian King after the update, after seeing the aftermath. Yeah, I kind of think they will. Like, something's going to happen with that king to where high-level play is suddenly... It'll shift. If high-level play was all RK, or mostly RK with a handful of Barbarian Kings, sprinkle in a handful of Archer Queens, it's going to shift to being people want to play max-level BK now. But very few people in high-level play have maxed their BK. So it's like, are we going to waste all of our hero points maxing that out, or are we going to try to max out the queen, which we're, over halfway done. We're in power 4 with queen right now. Real question. I mean, that's where I'm sitting with my queen right now. I haven't done the math yet, but something else that really kind of ticks me off is the fact that they're forcing me to buy 250 archers, which I already have a maxed out archer. At least for now, for the time being, my archer is maxed out in order to unlock the next page. Right? So basically, this should stay star tokens, not archers. But it's annoying. All the YouTubers were saying upgrade it, but not, it's a waste of hero points. I mean, it'll probably be really good, but still not as good. Nerfing, saying to upgrade what? Oh, you're probably talking about RK. Don't buy it. They are fixing it. What do you mean they're fixing it, Soul Surfer? They're fixing what? And where did you... Are you talking about like that right there? You'll get a free pass on those? Where did that information come from? Who said that? Where did you see it? Link it to me. Because that's actually a massive quality of life change for the hero journey. If I don't have to buy those archers or those colts or those Shellys or those colts, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's four things I don't have to unlock. It'll be marked as collected. It's in Klaz's video? Huh. I'll have to watch Klaz's video. I watched Stormy's. I haven't watched Klaz's yet. That's interesting. So, like, that would mean that I guess I'd be able to max out my queen a lot sooner than I thought. But I'm also I don't know. I'm gonna have to completely like relearn, warm back up to queen play because I'm not a very good queen player right now. Like I started 2.0 playing queen only, and then was getting beat by RK constantly. So I swapped to RK, and now every time I take queen out, I feel like I have 2 left feet. Can't. So I'll have to like have a super painful couple streams of me getting used to queen again. Okay, so Soul Surfer is saying in Klaz's balance change video, according to Soul Surfer, there's something in Klaz's video where it says that you see the archers purchase 250 archers for 1,900 hero points. Well, my archers are maxed out. right? At least at level 4 right now. So I don't want to buy babies for something that I don't need. Apparently what he's saying is now it'll give you a free pass on those units because you don't need them. So I can't wait to go put my eyes on that actually. I need to see the video. I was also kind of shocked that Klaz showed all of the Spike stuff. Because when I watched Stormy's video, he didn't talk about Spike at all. He only talked about the balance changes. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I was surprised to see that Klaz wrapped everything up into one video. I feel like some of the information that they released about Spike perhaps could have been held back for a period of time just so we would have something else to wonder about or, think about. But in a way, it's positive because people can look at that entire hero journey and see the stats and what Spike does a month in advance. And so we can hold all our hero points. Do we get a refund on the hero points we used on babies we didn't need? That's a good question, Giella. I think that would be a nice touch. I'll have to check Class's video myself. TC in chat, he has pinned that comment in the video. Who? Soul Silver says no refund, sadly. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not that mad about it. They released the system as something. We all went along with it. At some point, they've decided, okay, we're going to be nice to the players and we're going to recognize things that don't work or don't feel good. And they're going to change it up and say, okay, moving forward, anything that you've already maxed out, it's all gravy. You'll get a free pass on those things. I'm down with that. I'm okay with that. Even if I don't need them to compensate me every time they make a change. I'm okay with that. We're lucky that they're giving us that if this is true. Like, anywho, all right, guys, I've been live for over 3 hours. I'm feeling a little tired. I feel like taking a walk and then coming home, taking a nap, and then cooking some dinner for myself. You guys are fan-freaking-tastic. I love you to death. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you right away that I will be streaming a little later than usual. I mentioned it earlier. My mom needs some help at her job, and being unemployed as I am, I need to take an opportunity to help my mother if she needs help, but also put a little bit of money in my pocket whenever I can get it. So I'll be going to her job and helping her with, moving some stuff around their office, and because they're rebuilding some things. And I will be streaming a little later. I will be playing Sonic. I also have an interview at some point I'll be doing over Zoom while I'm helping my mother do her things as well. So I have a busy day, but I do intend to live stream. It will be later in the afternoon. Today we started at 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UTC. Tomorrow I'm imagining that we would start at 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern, meaning 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. UTC. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, much love. Sonic is in 13 and a half hours, says Giella. That's pretty freaking awesome. Why did you stop playing CSC? It's a big can of worms to open up, dude. I got a little bit bored of it. But the real question is, why did I start playing Squad Busters? Because I enjoyed the game. I started playing it last year, and I've enjoyed it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Much love. Peace out.
Squad Busters!